Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Naresh Mago with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Union Cabinet's approval to Urban Challenge Fund will deliver high-quality urban infrastructure and make cities key drivers of the country's economic growth. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approves construction of the country's first underwater road-cum-rail tunnel project under Brahmaputra River in Assam, to be only the second of its kind in the world. Home Minister Amit Shah launches country's first central bank's digital currency to bring transparency in the delivery mechanism. US and Iran to hold second round of talks over Tehran's nuclear program next week. Maha Shivratri being celebrated across the country today with devotion and religious fervour. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet the people. And in men's T20 Cricket World Cup, India to take on Pakistan in a much-anticipated Group A encounter in Colombo this evening. In women's T20 International, match underway between India and Australia in Sydney. The centre has approved the construction of the country's first underwater twin-tube road-cum-rail tunnel project that will be built under the Brahmaputra River in Assam. The 33.7-kilometre long, 4-lane, access-controlled greenfield connectivity project, which will include a 15.79-kilometre twin-tube tunnel under the river, has been approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, CCEA. The infrastructure project will be developed at a cost of 18,662 crore rupees in engineering, procurement, construction, EPC mode. The stretch will connect Gohpur on NH15 and Numaligarh on NH715 in Assam, cutting short the distance between the two Assam cities to just 34 kilometers from the current 240 kilometers. The travel time will now be reduced to just 20 minutes from 6 hours. The project will provide significant benefit to Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and other northeastern states. This will enhance the efficiency of freight movement, reducing logistics cost and driving socio-economic growth in the region. It will be the second underwater road-cum-rail tunnel in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a social media post, hailed the project's role in accelerating growth in the entire northeast. He said the transformative project will enhance connectivity, reduce logistics cost and accelerate growth across Assam and the entire northeast. The government has also approved several other projects related to railways, roads, infrastructure and connectivity. The Cabinet gave its nod to 3 multi-tracking rail projects covering 12 districts across the states of Delhi, Haryana, Maharashtra and Karnataka. These projects include Kasara-Manmad 3rd and 4th line, Delhi-Ambala 3rd and 4th line, and Bellary-Hospete 3rd and 4th line. The proposed multi-tracking project will enhance connectivity to approximately 3,902 villages with a population of about 97 lakhs. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has hailed the approval of 1 lakh crore rupee Urban Challenge Fund UCF by the Union Cabinet. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said the fund will leverage market finance, private participation and citizen-centric reforms to deliver high-quality urban infrastructure. He said the initiative will make cities the key drivers of the country's economic growth. The Urban Challenge Fund is a centrally sponsored scheme of the Ministry of Home and Urban Affairs with a total central assistance of 1 lakh crore rupees. The fund aims to build resilient, productive, inclusive and climate-responsive cities, positioning those as key drivers of the country's next phase of economic growth. The fund will be operational from financial year 2025-26 to financial year 2030-31, with an extendable implementation period up to financial year 2033-34. The government has announced the launch of PM Rahat Road Accident Victim Hospitalization and Assured Treatment Scheme. Under the scheme, every eligible road accident victim on any category of road will be entitled to cashless treatment up to 1,50,000 rupees per victim for a period of 7 days from the date of the accident. Road Transport and Highways Ministry said that the decision underscores the government's commitment to ensuring that no life is lost due to lack of immediate medical assistance after a road accident. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has reaffirmed Narendra Modi government's commitment to the agricultural community, ensuring that the interests of farmers, cattle rearers and fishermen will remain protected in all international trade agreements. The minister was speaking after launching the country's first central bank digital currency CBDC-based public distribution system at Mahatma Mandir in Gandhinagar, Gujarat today. Mr. Shah countered the opposition's claims, asserting that the interests of farmers, cattle rearers and fishermen have been safeguarded in both the India-US trade deal and the India-EU free trade agreement.
यूरोपियन यूनियन के साथ हुए एफटीए और अमेरिकन ट्रेड डील.
In both the FTA, free trade agreement with the European Union and the American trade deal, Narendra Modi ji has completely secured the farmers. No one needs to worry. Today, once again, I want to assure the fishermen, the livestock farmers and the tillers, the farmers of India, that the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Narendra Modi, can never compromise your interests. It is impossible.
नरेंद्र मोदी कर ही नहीं सकते, ये असंभव है.
The minister expressed confidence that the new digital token-based distribution system would eliminate corruption within the public distribution system and bring the much-needed transparency to the delivery process. Mr. Shah also highlighted the government's pro-poor initiatives over the past decade, pointing out that 27 crore people have successfully crossed the poverty line under these efforts.
एक लीक प्रूफ सिस्टम प्रहलाद जी के नेतृत्व में मोदी जी के माध्यम से आज
A leak-proof system is being dedicated to the nation today under the leadership of Prahlad ji and through Modi ji. I believe that with this system, the method of providing rations to the poor by our Ministry of Food and Supplies will completely eliminate corruption and food grains will start reaching the poor in a transparent manner.
पारदर्शी तरीके से गरीबों को अनाज मिलने की शुरुआत हो.
Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan launched a scathing attack on the Trinamool Congress TMC government during a teachers' conference in Kolkata yesterday, accusing the state administration of betraying educators. He alleged that the education sector has suffered the most under TMC rule. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. The festival of Maha Shivratri is being celebrated across the country today with deep devotion and spiritual fervour. Considered one of the most sacred occasions for the devotees of Lord Shiv, the day is marked by fasting, special prayers and night-long worship at temples. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and Home Minister Amit Shah have extended wishes to the citizens on the occasion of Maha Shivratri. In Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain has come alive on the auspicious occasion of Mahashivratri today as devotees thronged the temples, filling the air with the sounds of bells and chants of Har Har Mahadev. Faith and devotion have reached a peak in the holy city of Baba Mahakal, with thousands gathering to offer prayers. More from our MP correspondent.
The city of Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh is completely filled with devotion to Lord Shiva today. On the holy festival of Mahashivratri, a beautiful mix of devotion, faith and excitement is seen in the court of Baba Mahakal. The temple gates were opened at 2:30 in the night and the puja started with the Bhasma Aarti. According to Ujjain District Magistrate Roshan Kumar, around 1 million devotees are expected to arrive today. With the chanting of mantras, the Abhishek of Lord Mahakal with water, milk, curd, ghee and Panchamrit is going on continuously. Because of the 4 phases of worship, the temple will remain open for over 44 hours without a break. Different aartis and rituals will be held during the day, including the Bhog Aarti and special Abhishek. Abhinav Goyal, Akashvani, Bhopal. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham.
Karnataka is also engulfed in devotion as people celebrate Maha Shivratri with deep faith and spiritual fervour.
Temple towns like Banavasi, Dharmasthala and the Malay Mahadeshwara hills are preparing for a night of Ahoratri, all-night bhajans and meditation. As the great night of Shiva unfolds, elaborate security and transport arrangements are in place to support the thousands of faithful observing the sacred Jagaran Vigil, marking a day of deep cultural and spiritual significance for the state. Ponnumon, Akashvani, Bengaluru.
The Corps of Signals of the Indian Army is celebrating its 116th Raising Day today. Since its inception on this day in 1911, the Corps of Signals has transformed the communications of the Indian Army and kept pace with the digital revolution of the 21st century. In his message, Signal Officer-in-Chief Lieutenant General Vivek Dogra said, over the past year, the Corps of Signals has played a critical role as the arm of the future in facilitating operational readiness and furthering national security objectives.
On the occasion of 116th Raising Day of Corps of Signals, I extend my best wishes. I also take this opportunity to pay my humble gratitude to all our brave hearts who have made the supreme sacrifice, and their sacrifice continues to inspire us, motivate us to continue doing the good work for the nation.
The United States and Iran will hold a second round of talks over Tehran's nuclear program next week. In a statement, the Swiss Foreign Ministry confirmed this and said Oman, which hosted the first round of indirect talks on the 6th of this month, will host the Geneva talks, though exact dates were not disclosed. During the first discussions, U.S. President Donald Trump warned Tehran that failure to reach an agreement would be very traumatic, while Iran said it could respond with its own action. In Bangladesh, the newly elected members of parliament and cabinet members are set to be sworn in on Tuesday, February the 17th, following the landslide victory of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, in the 13th national election. Moving on to sports, in the men's T20 Cricket World Cup, India will take on Pakistan in a much-anticipated Group A encounter at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo this evening. The match is set to begin at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Both teams have won their opening two matches and are tied at 4 points each, making today's contest crucial in the race for a place in the semi-finals. With a slow, used pitch expected to aid spinners, adaptability and temperament will be just as vital as firepower. Our Colombo correspondent reports that cricket's greatest rivalry returns tonight as India and Pakistan face off in the high-voltage clash. Fans around the world are set for another dramatic chapter in a contest that never fails to command attention. We have a report.
In the El Clasico of cricket being played tonight at Colombo's R. Premadasa Stadium, anticipation is building for one of cricket's most significant rivalries as India take on Pakistan. India enter the contest with strong momentum supported by a balanced batting lineup and a spin attack well suited to the slow conditions expected this evening. Having experienced light showers yesterday, the playing surface was carefully covered by the ground staff as a precaution. Despite weather forecasts indicating a possibility of further showers this evening, fans remain optimistic and are eagerly anticipating a full and action-packed contest.
It is going to be a very high-voltage match. I want to watch that match inside the stadium. I watched all the matches against India and Pakistan inside the stadium. Basically, the environment was there, very electrifying moment.
I have travelled from New Delhi to Colombo just to watch this match. I am very excited about this match and I am 100% sure that India is going to win this match, and it is not going to be a nail-biter. It is going to be a one-way match.
On one hand, attention will focus on Jasprit Bumrah, Akshar Patel and Varun Chakravarti, whose contest with Pakistan's leading batters may prove decisive, while eyes also remain on Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan and skipper Surya Kumar Yadav taking on Pakistani attack. At the same time, it will be interesting to see how Indian batters will answer the stop-and-go action of Usman Tariq. With both teams well placed in the tournament, this match transcends points alone, representing pride, tradition and another chapter in cricket's most followed rivalry between the two sides. Ahmed Moin Farooqi, Akashvani News, Colombo.
In women's cricket, hosts Australia were 22 for 1 in 2.4 overs against India in the first T20 International. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Union Cabinet's approval to Urban Challenge Fund will deliver high-quality urban infrastructure and make cities key drivers of the country's economic growth. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approves construction of the country's first underwater road-cum-rail tunnel project. And in men's T20 Cricket World Cup, India to take on Pakistan in a much-anticipated Group A encounter in Colombo this evening. And with that, we end the midday news.